Hello guys, and welcome to another video today. This time for some more Supercars racing, just general stuff. This is an AOR social race that we did a couple of weeks ago. Almost like celebrate just the game's life before Supercars 2 comes out. And as you can see, we're in a Formula Golf lobby around Dubai Autodrome. Just doing some fun races here. I didn't qualify. My batteries on this night were just not charged. I thought, I just didn't charge them, so I just sort of charged in between sessions. So that meant I had to miss qualifying a lot. But here we go for 5 red lights for the start, and we're racing once again. Well, racing again. And we get a pretty decent start to the race here, actually. Good launch, 16 down to turn 1. Very tricky. Not one of my favourite circuits, but we get a really good start to the race. And then we're heading down into turn 1 now. And then down in second gear, and yeah, pretty good so far actually, keeping it clean. And just it's really fun. And someone was spinning in front of us, and then we're just trying to avoid people, and another spinner as well. Well, another crash as well. Someone drifting, and then we get tapped ourselves, semi around. So yeah, that's that. But yeah. That was a fun start to the race. If you can hear me talking in the background, that's because we did like a live stream, and I was going to leave that's me talking over the race in terms of the live stream wise, but you can't really hear me very well, so I thought I'd just commentate over it normally. Yeah, going on later on to the race, we go deep, and we're going to get an extend here, a 5-second penalty here, so yeah, and we're going to now chase down 7th place once again, so that's not great. Didn't feel very comfortable in this car, so I switched view into normal T-cam, just to try and I don't know, for me it just feels different. It's personal preference, but yeah, there you go. I'm going to try and chase down 7th place here. But yeah, I'm just going to apologise to like a lot of those recently. Just haven't had the motivation to. School just started recently. I just wanted a bit of a break as well before Supercars 2 comes out. So I thought I'd just do a couple of uploads. Coming up to the launch of Supercars 2, and yeah, just for you guys' enjoyment really. I mean, I just haven't had the time really, or even the motivation to, so there's no point in me trying to force myself to do something that I don't want to do. But you will see on the hot lap video in the Formula Roman 3.5, I did that as just some fun. Literally has just gone up a couple of days ago. I'll leave a link in the description below, or an annotation somewhere, maybe an annotation. Yeah, just being a bit more just not as motivated to do YouTube recently, because I've done a lot of uploads leading up to Supercars 2, so I thought I'd bring out a couple of uploads here. This is the last one. This is my last Supercars to upload before Supercars 2, so just coming out in a couple of days' time. But we've caught back up to 6th place now. We're actually in 7th place. I think someone pitted, and I think we're chasing. There's actually a Wizard in front of us, and he's one of the quite a very quick guy in AOR, and very friendly as well. And hopefully we'll be racing with him in Supercars 2, because he's a really good guy actually. Really, I've talked to him a bit. He's a pretty nice guy, but we're just trying to catch up with him now. I found my groove a little bit at this point in the race. Just found where I could push the car and where I couldn't. Obviously, I am racing on the pad. If you didn't know, hopefully, I mean, I've heard that Supercars 2 is going to be better on the pad too, so that's always great as well. And I'm looking forward very much to Supercars 2. Lots of leagues, obviously, with EVR as well. Competing for them as well. So that's going to be awesome. And hopefully some good content on the channel as well. I'll try and pump out as much Supercars 2 content as I can, obviously. I might do a live stream on the first day, I'm not sure. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, now going into the last corner now. Last corner, is it? Maybe? Yes, it is. I think it is. We're keeping him honest here. We're keeping him honest here, but we just haven't been able to get past him. So I think this actually is our last lap of the race. I was pushing as hard as I could at the personal best that lap as well. So we're constantly improving and improving. So yeah, just an improvement really. And then yeah, we're just really pushing this lap here, just trying to push as hard as we dare, and to try and close up to him, just try and make some sort of move. But we know it's quite hard. We've got the slipstream to our advantage as well, so that can actually help too. But just trying absolutely best and no personal best as well again in the first sector, so that's really good. But actually, I think we've got a couple more laps actually in this race. This is not the last lap. But yeah, I mean, it was really good to drive. I really struggled at the first with the car. Just felt very understeery, and lack of response. But we've finally got into groove. We've got 6th place, I think 5th place ahead of us as well. I think it's Burnout. Burnout. Yeah, I think he's in front of his. He had a bit of a mad race with extensions and stuff, so I think he was getting a lot of penalties for that. Yeah, he's keeping him honest here, just trying to pounding the laps here and just trying to improve everywhere, and that was really the key. But these races were really fun. Thanks to AOR for actually hosting them. It's a good way to just end the game off a little bit in a fun way. Obviously the cars we put in were in cars that were pretty easy to pick up and play, really. So this is actually quite an easy car to pick up and play for anyone. But we're keeping it honest here, really enjoying it thoroughly, and yeah, just hopefully more of this on Project Cars 2, really. Plans for that, obviously that will come out in the future, but for the first sort of month or so it's really just getting used to it, and I know that AOR are bringing back the GT3 League, just personal best there again, 37.4, so second faster. So I know that I think AOR bringing back the GT3 League, so they are the official GT3 league on Project Cars 2, so on Project Cars in general, so hopefully I might be looking into doing that, perhaps. I've been doing a lot of GT3 in my spare time on this game, and I've been just trying to get used to it a little bit before doing it, and I really enjoyed it actually on Project Cars 1 as well, so hopefully more of that on Project Cars 2. And maybe we can get in Season 8, but as I said, this has just been thoroughly enjoyable, really enjoyable experience. I mean, I used to hate this game so much, and really love it. Look at Wizard's hair, just trying to find a gap, but just too risky. And if I went for a move there, that's just suicidal, really. Doing like everything I can, and it's just been a really good. I thoroughly enjoyed this experience. It's really awesome, and yeah, it's just the game. I wish I played it more. I wish I played it more than I did. And it's becoming more of a talk, really, than an actual talking over the race itself. But I can assure you, the next race is more enjoyable to watch than this one. This is a bit bland. It's just me just driving around trying to keep up with Wizard and just trying to forcing him into a mistake here. And that's all this race was, because it's just literally it just went downhill at the start as I extend big time there, and just pushing now as hard as I dare. Try and get close to him. Last corner, he's lost the rear end, and I can see he was vulnerable, but he beats me to the line here, and that is that. And but I can apparently on the screen I came in P6, so that makes sense apparently. So nice game, that one. But that was that race over and done with. And then now on to some V8 Supercars. After we did the V8 Supercars League on Forza Motorsport 6, and obviously V8 Supercars are actually on Project Cars as well, and we'll be on Project Cars 2. So a bit of a V8 Supercars at Bathurst, track that I don't like a lot, as seen in the IndyCar race we did recently in AOR. But here we go for our qualifying lap. We actually did qualifying this time, and again, this track car's really, it is easy to pick up and play, but you just take a few laps to get used to it. It's more of a, you do have to build yourself up to it. So it goes fast enough in the race of the session. You're qualifying, hit the apex very nicely, don't run it too wide, and this car was really fun to drive. You have to be careful on the throttle, and you can't be too punchy on the throttle. So you have to really manage it a little bit, but it was, when you got it right, it was super fun, and I really enjoyed it thoroughly. As we head into this really difficult corner here, down to 4th gear here, down to 3rd actually, and actually I lose the rear end there, so for me 4th was better through there than 3rd, but we're okay so far. The sunlight is hitting us and blinding us a little bit as we head into this tight corner now, hitting the wall slightly, and it's cost us a little bit of time, but not too bad otherwise, and we're keeping it very controlled right now as we're up by quite a lot in the first sector, hugging the apexes, keeping close to the walls, and taking a lot of speed through these corners, and it was just a real fun to drive it. It definitely is a pick and play car. You can really, within sort of 10 minutes, you can sort of understand what you can and can't do, how much speed you can take through certain corners. I mean, it is quite heavy. We're running it a little bit wide there, and then down this downhill section, which is very difficult in the Indy cars, but in these cars, not too bad. Close to the wall there, we hit the wall there actually with Fun Pit. So then a lot of time again. There's a lot of time in this lap, but we're running P4 in the session so far. And then this corner, the hairpin, pretty much coming up now. Then the 2nd gear, you can really lose the car here, but you keep it tight to the apex, get a good run from there, and now this long straight. And as we climb up the gears now, the 4th and now 5th, and a lot actually here. Really good so far. And we're hitting speed of about 170 miles per hour down this straight, I think, nearly. So yeah, if we are 170 now, 176, I think I can see. And then obviously decelerating down to 3rd gear. Fun corner section this actually, really enjoy it. 2nd gear, and now up to 3rd gear, and a little bit of the rears is sort of trying to bite us a little bit. And now into the last corner coming up now, down to 2nd gear for this one. And then a little bit wide for the apex, a little bit wide there. Again, more speed could be taken through there, but obviously I haven't driven this car a lot. Across the line now, and it's a 2-minute 11.6, which isn't too bad. I think actually, yeah, I think that is actually our lap done actually. So yeah, that's P3 on the grid. Definitely could have got a little bit more time out of that, but obviously practice makes perfect, and a lot of these guys in this lobby were pretty much pros anyway. So there you go, P3 on the grid, pretty good. Some of them are assist users as well. ABS in this car is pretty OP, but I'm sure ABS is used in real life anyway. So really, it's my own fault for using no assist in the first place. So that's the qualifying result. We're in for the burnout there. We picked him in the end, and we're going to go for the actual race here, which is going to be interesting. I mean, it's the cars are thoroughly enjoyable to drive, much more enjoyable than Forza in my opinion. And here we go for the start now of the race. Roaming for 5 red lights. Yeah, not like 12, and there we go. Lights down, away we go, and we get a pretty poor start there. Bobbed down a little bit. Very interesting there. Didn't get to the lights very well, and now into turn 1 now. We're just trying to keep our nose clean, and yeah, people were wide. I have to avoid this guy in front of me, and then I turned to Neil Tanner, I think it is, and I had nowhere to go really. I was sandwiched because someone was off to my right, so I turned in, hoped that Neil might have backed off, but he didn't. But then it's partly my fault. I should have backed off in the first place, but you know, in that situation you just don't know what to do. But I let Neil go here, I think, because I felt it was my fault. I lifted off and let him go. I think it was just a racing incident in that sense. I was sort of stuck in a sandwich pretty much, and I didn't know where to go, so I should have just backed off entirely. But when you've lost positions at the start, you just want to try and risk it a little bit and just try and get as much as you can get back. And unfortunately, we couldn't do that. But you know, not the start we wanted. But I'm sure I felt that confident in my pace, that I was always improving. You know, just felt I could improve a bit more in this race, find my groove a little bit, and I felt that from the qualifying performance, definitely we had a bit more pace in us around here. So just trying to keep it confident. And this track is, you know, I do enjoy it when you get it right. It's really enjoyable. It's so fast and flowing. Really enjoy it. It's a really good track when you get it right. And that was just, I mean, I did it in IndyCar, and that's hard, such a hard race. But you know, got a decent experience around here, and I wouldn't mind doing these cars on Supercars 2 in a league. I would love to do it actually. I think it'd be quite cool. Would like to give it another go on a proper game. But now heading into this sort of like tight, twisty section, and we actually passed somebody, made a mistake there, and we're into 10th place, and we've caught back up to Neil again. So he's been struggling, I think. He was better in the first sort of sector or so, but the second sector would really bring it back to us here. So definitely a bit more used to the car. And this is the racing that I really enjoy. I just really thoroughly enjoy this experience so much, just driving different cars. I wish I could have done more races in this, because I know this is quite short relatively, but there were races after this, but I think it kicked out the lobby, but I just couldn't get it back to the lobby, which is obviously a bit irritating. But now, keep myself patient here, and keep behind Neil, and yeah, catching up to the pack now. So I was looking at my on the map and thinking, actually, we've got a good chance here. There's a couple of people are battling ahead, someone's span, I think. So we're now into P9. So just absolutely, just again, I could see that, you know, we could really challenge here and get a good finish, even though from the start it wasn't a great start to the race. And then Neil's gone wide, and someone else has gone wide. So I'm gonna get 3 positions there, P7 now, and yeah, just chasing after the next guy ahead. So really, just really cool, and it just tested you know, we could keep it consistent really. And in this race I was getting used to the car, a little bit of oversteer on the exit there, clouted the curb too much on the inside of that last corner, but yeah, just thoroughly enjoyable, absolutely. And now into turn 1 now, we'll try and get this guy in front of us. He's in P6. We're looking pretty strong here, clouted the curb on the inside a bit too much, and I didn't get the run I wanted from the first corner there. But we're in his slipstream, and we're trying to catch him, but I think he's actually drawing away a little bit, so I think his gearbox is a bit more open than ours, so he's yeah, definitely getting away, so we can't catch him down the straight, but we're catching towards the end of the straight now, breaking a bit there, down to 3rd gear, losing the rear a little bit, but we're definitely looking faster than this guy ahead of us. As we head into this tight section now, we can't really overtake through here. Overtaking opportunities are very limited, obviously only if someone crashes in front of you, then you can take the opportunity, but good run through there, and we're just trying to keep him under pressure a little bit to see if he can make a mistake. As we head into this right and left, losing the rear a little bit, as I think this slight dirty air there, as we head now into this fast section now. Really fun section. This you can feel the speed of the cars, And now, here we go. We'll close right up to him, taking the risk. He's gone a little bit wide now, and there's no taking opportunities on this tight twisty section here. He can't do anything. He's gone a little bit wide, and I'm pushing him through the corner. He's hit the wall, and he's hit me back, and I just can't go anywhere. And then he's hit me again, and I'm into the wall. So, yeah. And, yeah, again. So, yeah, I was a bit angry with that. He could have done a better job of not doing that, and I just forced him into the wall there a bit immaturely. But this is a social race in the end of the day, and I think I got damage now. So thanks to him, that's great. But continuing on in P6 now, got away from him, and we're closing up to Evia Burnout. I think he actually has a problem. He's actually mixed it up for this tight and twisty section. As another car's off as well, and we're now into P5, and we're right behind Burnout here. We're going to try and set up a move here, but I think apparently he was running again more of an open gearbox, so he has more longer gears, which means he had better top speed than me, so I just tried. But initially we're not having the effect, but towards the end of the straight you can see that he's actually getting away from us. We're in the slipstream now, just try to utilise it, and we are closing here, and we go to the left hand side, and look now, if you wait for it, he gets away there. Look, see, he's got much better top end speed than me, so initially it's okay, but then just trying to keep him under pressure now, down the second gear. I felt I was driving a little better than him, a bit faster, but that's just me. And he makes a mistake there, and he goes off, and I leave him the space to come back on again, and he's in the wall. So we're down to P4 now once again. But I think maybe, actually, you know, I'll say I was quicker than him. He's probably more consistent than me. I was probably more consistent than him, but he was faster than me. That's probably what it is, probably better. And I did a 10.6, that's so much faster than I qualifying. So again, shows there was a lot more improvements being made in the race itself. Losing the rear end at turn 1. Now going on later on, Burnout is back on us once again, so he's definitely better than us here. As we lose the rear down that hairpin and we crash, and I'm just gonna let him reel me in with his top speed of that gearbox of his, and let him get me here. So here he comes. He's gonna come very quickly now. But at first it's not too bad, but here he comes. He's gonna pull out probably later on. And he's closing now. I'm going to just park my car in the middle of the circuit so he can't get past me. I'm going to let him have the space, and he doesn't go for the move there. But I go a little bit deeper, but not too bad. Get a good run, but a little bit of understeer there. And he's got a good run, and I'm going to let him leave the space. And I'm just going to, yeah, that was a good run for him. I think I just sort of let him go there. I sort of thought, you know, he had the move, and he's faster than me. So, but I thought, you know, there's definitely another opportunity if I can keep him under pressure. But he was definitely very quick in this race. But just trying to keep with him during this lap, as we are 11 there, and turn 1 hit that pretty nicely as well, and keeping with him, and I was just sort of just following him around the circuit. But yeah, it was just, again, it was a thoroughly enjoyable experience. Can't wait for Supercars 2, as I said earlier, and hopefully we can have some more races like this. I mean, this is just extremely fun and just more relaxing than F1 in my opinion. That's why I'm doing it, really. And losing the rear there, and he's getting away through that corner, so he's definitely a bit better through there, and that's the difference between a wheel and a pad. Certain corners are better than others. And now heading into his uphill section now, and losing the rear end, and then we lost it completely, couldn't catch it, and that's a problem. You can't really catch a slide easily on this game, and then I hit the wall when he's got away, so made a mistake there, he's gone away. So the hope for me was to keep hold of P5, but my batteries actually had completely gone, and I had no no vibrations in my pad, so I was struggling with that. So I was managing that, trying to get to the end of the race without my batteries actually, and worrying about my batteries going flat, and just hoping that my vibrations would stop, hoping that I wouldn't spin, because with vibrations, it's a really weird feeling. You can't really feel. Actually, we get the P4 there, and actually we'll cross the line in front of Burnout. But yeah, when you don't have vibrations, it's a really hard feeling. You can't really feel the car where you're losing the car. So that was that. We crossed the line in P4. Really good race there. Really good recovery drive, and thoroughly enjoyed that. We'd love to do that again on Supercars 2. And that was that race. Really superb. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more on this channel. And yeah, that's it for Supercars on my channel. And we'll see you back for Supercars 2. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in a bit. Bye, guys.
210.6. The leaders 205. So they must be running like ABS or something.